So hi, we have a task here to implement a stack using queue, right? So in stack we know this is followed the principle of LIFO, that is last in first out. It means if we insert first element 4, then 5, then 6, so this was inserted first and this was inserted last, so this will be pop out first and this will be pop out last. Whereas in queue, this is your front, this is your rear, so element added to the rear and element DQ from front, right? So this follows FIFO. First it enters 4, then it enters 5, then it enters 6. So when we do this DQ, first 4 will be DQ, then 5, then 6. So how to implement this stack using this property FIFO? So we have two approach for this. The first approach involves where we will do push operation costlier than pop, right? In general, in queue, when you push or when you pop, it is always going to take O of 1, right? But in our approach, using this queue, when we implement this LIFO, for queue, push operation will be costlier than pop operation. So how it is? And we will use 2 queue. So let this queue be first is Q1 and this is Q2, right? So first we will enter this push operation. So push operation will be always done. Yes, push operation will be always done in Q2. We will always do push here and pop here. So this push and pop is in terms of this stack, but we are using this Q. See, so first we have this element 4. I'll explain using this example. First we will do this push. So push will go 4 here. Now rule says whenever you do push, whatever the elements which are in this Q1 will shift it to this Q2. And once this push is complete, rename this Q. So first we entered this 4. There are no elements in this Q1, so no popping will done here, no DQ will done here. Fine. So next step is to rename. So I rename this as Q2 and this Q1. Remember, pop will be always done through Q1 and push will be always done in Q2. Since this is now Q1 and this is Q2, so in next stage, our Q1 is with element 4 here and Q2 here is empty, right? Now again we have this element 5. So push 5. Push 5 is what? We'll push here. So whenever we are pushing any element in this Q2, remember what was the rule? We'll DQ everything from Q1 and enter here. So when we will DQ this 4, right, we will again push in here, means NQ, right? Similarly, once it completes, this is now empty, this is now empty, this becomes Q2 and this becomes Q1. In next iteration, Q1 has element 5 here, 4 here, and in Q2 it is empty. Again, as I said, push will be done in Q2 and pop will be done in Q1. And till now we are doing only push. So here it was push 4, here it was push 5 in terms of a stack. Here it is going to be push 6. So when we push 6 means NQ 6 and then DQ all elements from Q1 and NQ here. So when we DQ here, this will be 5. So 5, then 4. So now the element in Q2 is this. So again, we'll rename this as Q1. If we see, Q1 has now 6, 5 and 4. and Q2 has empty Q. Now see, what was the stack? Whenever we want to pop out, 6 should come first and 4 was inserted first. Okay? So 6 should come first. So as you can see in this queue, if you pop out, pop in terms of a stack, pop operation. So pop operation will first pop this 6. Again, if you do this pop, it will pop this 5 and so on. So this was the first method. Now the second method is, in this method, we'll do this pop operation more costlier, right? So how we will make this pop operation more costlier? We'll take again two Q1 and Q2. We'll not rename in this method. We'll not change this the name of queues. So the idea behind is that whenever we want to do pop, we will do pop by dequeuing all elements from Q1 till last element left. Okay, then we can safely remove this. So remember, whenever we want to do pop operation, we are doing dequeuing from here and then enqueuing into this temp queue and then rename it. Okay, we will do that renaming in after this pop operation. After this pop operation, where in the first method we were renaming after the push operation. Okay, so let's start inserting, and push will be always done in Q1. So let's first insert this 4 and then 5, then 6. So one by one it is enqueuing. Now we want to do this pop operation. So when we do this pop operation, first we will pop out. First, ideally the pop should be 6, but if we try to pop from this Q1, it will be DQ4 only. So how to make this? Will as I suggest, the pop will be costly. So DQ this 4 and enter here. So 4 will be here, then 5. Last element left. So the only element left is 6 here. No more DQ from Q1. Now since in Q1 the only element left is 6, we can safely DQ this and say pop is done. So pop is costly here. Now in next iteration, but as I said, when you did this pop, just rename this Q2 and this rename this Q1. In next iteration, Q1 has now 5 and 4 and Q2 is again with empty. And same again, if you want to do this pop operation, DQ and enter 4 here. Only element left is 5. Easily you can pop by DQing this and then rename this Q2, Q1. So I hope you like this video. I am not discussing time complexity for this algorithm. Just it's a manipulation. I think it should be the pop operation here will be O of 1 and push operation will be O of n. And whereas in this case, push will be O of 1 and pop will be O of n here. You'll check by yourself. Thank you.